Dear all participants, this is Akshita Jain and Assistant Manager, Training and Development IWMA, and your host for the day. On behalf of our IWMA office bearers, executive members, speakers, and senior managers, I welcome you all to IWMA 32nd webinar session on e-waste management. Dear all participants, now I take the pleasure to welcome our Honorable Chairman, Mr. K. Bhaskaran, to give us a welcome address. Mr. K. Bhaskaran has served as an executive member and presently the chairman of IWMA. He is also holding a position of secretary in Kakalur Industrial Estate Manufacturing Association and also A6 district chairperson for e-waste management in Lions Club. Our chairman is the CEO of Aarti Industries, electroplating unit located at Ambattur, Kakalur and Vadapai. Now, I welcome our chairman on behalf of all our participants and speakers. Sir, I welcome you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Sakshita. Nice introduction.
You
And
can turn your camera, sir.
okay, no problem. Okay, I also welcome Mr. Ragraj from Ramki Group of Company, Assistant Manager. Welcome, Mr. Ragraj.
Yeah,
Also,
thank you, sir.
welcome our participants, our great participants. So as of now, yesterday they were registered 100 and more participants. So as of now, it is 53 has been joined. Thank you, one and all. Again, I'm thanking for the participants. Uh, Today's program is e-waste management. So it's a very good program. Today we have an excellent program. Actually, everybody is using nowadays electron. We use and sometimes we exchange it also. Sometimes we throw them out also. So once if we throw them out, what will happen? That topic only today Mr. Ragraj is going to cover. Because he's from Ramki Group of Company. They got very good facilities in all over India. And Tamil Nadu, they are going to set up very shortly. They are already doing that. For the industry benefits, that is why we have arranged for the electronic waste, how to handle the electronic waste. So if we throw them out, what will happen? So all the gadgets or electronic item has got a plastic items. That plastic will not get composed. It will affect our earth only because it is very harmful. Even if it is after 5 years also, it will not get composed. Instead of that, if you give it to proper recycler, so that is why we have arranged for e-waste one of the recycler for this Ramki. So like this, we have a lot of recyclers, proper recyclers in Chennai. Please do give it to them. So they do proper segregation and all the metal will be recycled or reused or recovered. So it is happening because you see one of the, in fact, I visited one of the e-waste recycler. See, he's taking from electronic waste as a silver, is recovering the silver, gold, copper, all kind of metals, and of course plastics. Plastic has been again reused. So do give it to all the electronic waste. In fact, I am using the mobile. So after 1 year, 2 years, if I throw them out, my personal data will go up. Instead of that, if you give it to proper recycler, first they delete the whatever you have data, it will be deleted. If you give it to local people, say example, you are going for exchange, 1,000 rupees, your primacy is going out of control because he may misuse a lot of cases. We had one example in Chennai, that is in Tenambed. One case has registered for this because being a lady, she gave to exchange offer to the shopwala. That shopwala misused it and started threatening her and taking the 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs. Police station because she could not pay that money because he's misusing this personal data with the personal data. Then it has gone to the police station and the police has recovered all this details and cash Of course, it is a problem, no? But if it is a ladies, it is a highly sensitive matter. But in our case also, we might be having data like PIN number or whatever personal data. So that will be misused by others if you give it to outside. Whereas if you give it to proper recyclers, so that's what again and again I'm stressing this word. Don't give it to kabaddi walas, because see, if you give it to kabaddi walas, they take only that copper or silver or whatever the metals, and heavy that is high valuable metals. But again, that plastic and all, they will throw it in the
Bhaskar sir, you are on a break.
Maybe signal issue. Please check again.
Bhaskar sir?
hello.
Yes, sir. Now we can
Hello.
hear you.
Yeah, sorry, sir. Yeah, sorry. Network, it has got disconnected. And same, if you give it to the kabaddi walas, again, so he will throw it in the dustbin or in even this Kirkanganai or Perungudi areas. So what will happen? Again, it is a harmful items and it will not get composed. So it will affect our earth only. So our mother earth. Please do not give it to unauthorized recyclers. Always go for any kind of recyclers. There is a plenty of recyclers in Chennai, and as well as recently some of them from Coimbatore and even Tirunelveli also they have started recently, because uh, to go through the CPCB and PCB norms. So that is why now one by one everybody is coming out and taking their e-waste, any kind of electronic waste, not only this mobile or gadgets, any kind of electronic waste we can give it recycler. See, in fact, I'm in the Lions Club of Chitlapakam. So I'm organizing one program along with IWMA and recyclers. Actually, 2 years back also we had, and we have collected 2 tons of material. And one particular community, household community, they are giving every month. Still, it is going on. All the waste they are collecting it from their houses, because 65 houses is there. So they are collecting it, and every month that proper recycler is coming and taking back the all kind of electronic waste. So again, next week I'm planning to do that for in Chetlapakam community area. So we have called the local communities. So they will come and give it us along with our Lions Club of Chetlapakam and other 3 to A4 district Lions Club. Uh, along with our college students, there are 40 students. They are coming for awareness program. So that is also possible. If we need this kind of awareness program also, IWMA can arrange at your campus. Maybe if it is a residential or industries also, we can organize this kind of awareness programs, because it is a very harmful. We have to create a lot of awareness. That is why today also we have arranged this program. This is our second webinar actually. For the last 8 months also we had one same e-waste recycler, and this is a second one, because nowadays the e-waste is coming. A lot of e-waste are coming, and everybody is willing to give it to the proper recycler. So please make use of Mr. Raghuraj, because whatever you have doubts, you can ask him. He has got a more detail on it. And so, because I don't have much of knowledge in e-waste, because though I am only participating in the collections and creating awareness.
Yeah,
Thank you
sir.
one and all. Thank you one and all joining me today's webinar. Please do join regularly, because we have been organizing this weekly basis, and it is Akshara is coordinating, and you can have some different topic also. You give it us this kind of topic. I need a webinar. Please give it to Akshara. Akshara will organize, because we have got a very good contact with the all the leading scientists from around the Tamil Nadu. Maybe some cases even from Delhi, Coimbatore, Delhi and Bangalore also they're calling all other institutions like IIT Chennai, IIT Kanpur, and IIT Tirupati also. I met Mr. Natarajan. He's also willing to give some lecture to our industries, like knowledge. You want to share some knowledge to the industries. So like that, a lot of scientists are there from the back end of IWMA, because we have a very good strength. That is why all the people are coming. For throughout Tamil Nadu, we have 3,300 industries, and they are saying this 3,300 industries we can reach out easily, means they are coming to us. So IWMA is ready to connect with the industry and this kind of scientists. And so please do participate and write to us, or you can WhatsApp me. We will organize the programs like this, and even more also. And last week also I told you that Sri Ramachandra Medical College and University, that is a hospital, big hospital. They wanted to take training and webinar. Next week they are coming for a webinar. So after that they are planning to visit industry wise. So they are ready to willing to come to your place, and they want to give some training about the employees, because mainly we are working on sawdust waste or waste management only, so that is why they are ready to come to our industry and give some trainings to the our people, like EHS manager or EHS level engineers or operators, ETP operator, STP operator. So they want to give, they want to give training, as well as they want to have more participants. So industry members, please do write to us. And thanks for joining me today's program. Thank you, Anandal. Over to Akshada.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for briefing out, and thank you for addressing the speaker as well as attendees. At periodic intervals, IWMA organizes vendors, suppliers to make their presentation on their products and services for the benefit of our member industries. However, IWMA does not validate or verify the claims made by the vendors and suppliers. Further, IWMA has a policy that does not recommend any specific vendor. We request IWMA member industries to carry out their own independent additional verification if they wish to engage with any of our vendors and suppliers. And now, without any further ado, I take the pleasure of introducing our speaker, today's speaker, that is Mr. Raguraj, who is an assistant manager at Ramki Enviro Engineer with more than 3 years of experience in e-waste handling and disposal. It's a great pleasure to have you at our session, sir. Please take over the session.
Yeah. Thank you, Mrs. Sakshiga, for this opportunity. And moreover, I would like to thanks for all IWMA members, and especially Chairman Mr. Bhaskaran sir, and Joint Secretary Mr. Thirunyanam sir, and all over the attendees. And for this opportunity, and I would like to introduce myself also. And I'm Raguraj. I'm Assistant Manager of e-waste management, and Ramki Enviro Engineers for a couple of 2 decades, I hope, been doing the e-waste handling, not even e-waste, and we are handling more than other sector also, like environmental, biomedical, industrial waste management, and water management, and other related to environmental solution also we providing. So now we are entering the e-waste across the nation as well. So as chairman sir already gave a lot of things about the e-waste, and he almost fulfilled the places how we can dispose and or and reuse the e-waste and the plastic and other things and all. So guys, before we are going to the topic, please, if you have any doubt or if you have any query, just write the message, and I would stop the topic and I give the answer. Okay, so shall I start the topic?
Yeah, please, you can share your screen, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
I hope everyone's seeing the screen.
Yeah, we can see it. You can continue.
Okay, so before we start the topic, generation of static the e-waste and how it's affect the health and how we can save the things and how that e-waste environmentally impacts and how the RARPL, which means Ramki Enviro Engineers, how to stop and how to we are processing that e-waste and what are the rules and regulation the every people and every industrial sector people can follow the regulation and norms and condition. So generally, what is e-waste? And many of them explain a lot, and I do not want to say the same thing. So it's simply waste electrical and electronics equipment. That's all. That's a e-waste. So no need to going very deeply, and no need to waste our time also. And what are the sources of e-waste? More of them says it's a lot of companies wastage and other things and all. It's the latest report announced by BBC in their official site. And once we saw the things, I hope everyone seeing the screen. It's a 37 percentage of e-waste come from small equipment. Like look at that the places of and percentages of the e-waste where it's come from. Most of them it's a consumer and a large equipment, a large household and small household people can only generate a lot of more than nearby 60 percentage of e-waste came from this area sectors only. And the small IT sectors and other industry can generate 20 to 25 percentage of e-waste from their side, which means most of them aware and most of them share their e-waste to some rightful person, so they hand over to the rightful person. So this is the things we need to focus on nowadays. And what are the statistics? So that's a very important where we are stand. So it's a 2019 report. Sorry guys, I'm not getting 2020. Anyway, it's close related to us. Anyway, India it's stand at the fourth positions, which means every year 2 metric million tons of e-waste generating. But the unfortunate thing is only we hand over 9.3 metric tons. It's a global e-waste generated. I'm saying it's not like India. So India only can generate 2 metric million ton. It's not a small things also, but more than 53.6 metric tons. But unfortunately, the proper recycler getting 9.3 metric tons of e-waste only. And we should ask ourselves, where is the rest of the e-waste is going? This is the main scenario. And 4 metric tons of raw materials can recycled, and it's some billions of value raw materials can be used. So these are the scenario today. So we have also tried to put our effort to stop the informal sector people can handle the e-waste, because as the chairman sir says, the informal person what they will do is using their backyard at their places and doing some of the metal only they can recover, and the rest of the material where should be going, it's no one don't know about it right now. Some of the people and some of the organization doing right things, they ask themselves and they ask some awareness, they started some awareness program and give the solution. This is what the informal sector people are doing, and dump all the plastic and other areas in the river bank. So end of the day, it's affected our humanity and our mother, and it's a earth only can affected this all the sector. So this is the Indian city to generate the e-waste. So we are at fourth place, and Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, and every years and every days how they generated. This is the map can explain, and only 10 state can generate 70 percentage of total e-waste nowadays out of 65 cities in India. So it's around like a more than 60 percentage of total e-waste come from seeing 10 state of things only. So this is the things we mainly focusing on. So This is the Indian scenario. So before we have seen all over the world how the e-waste going, how many percentage of e-waste is going to recycler and the rest of the place will go. And this is the exactly where does our e-waste go. Only 5% of e-waste handled safely in India, especially the recycler, and rest 95% of e-waste or other wastage going to informal sector. So these images can explain a lot of things, which means how the children are doing the e-waste. So they don't know about the toxic of air and the poison of the e-waste and the women, and they don't know also. So also end of the day, how that will affect our environmental and our people also. So this is the scenario right now. So we must stop this chain link. This is the main concept of our topic. So before what I told is this is the thing. So what's wrong with informal sector processing? See, the first thing is unsafe and unscientific method of processing. So can anyone ask what is the unsafe and unscientific method of processing, which means they do not use the proper gloves and masks, and so once they're using the hammer in unwanted, the toxic will come out and it's directly going their breath systems and their blood systems also. Once it will going through that, it's affect their bodies also, and as well as it's also affect our environmental also. It's automatically tying up with the air, water, soil, and so it's automatically economically a harm. It's indirectly it's harmful for economical also. So our so automatically what will happen if you are not listening these areas, it's automatically we lost our resources. It's a nature of resources we losses. Almost we need to recover all the things. That's a need we need to know. Please guys, if you have any doubt or any queries, please raise the hand. So that's bottom of the link, it's there. And put your questions, or please then I will clear one by one. Shall I move the next?
Yes, please, sir.
And next thing is health and safety. So here we would like to know what is the constitutes of the e-waste. So where it will come and how it's generated, and what are the things we need to plan to segregate. These are the things that we need to see. Most of the e-wastes, it's like a CRTs, ATMs, TVs, monitors, batteries, cables, paints, and housing and medical equipment. These are the things will come out. So these we generally most of them have TVs and monitors. This we never care about it, and especially the cables and paint systems. So what we'll do, it's we simply throwing out our environmental places and soil, so it's easily leaching into the groundwater. So and also it's a generate a lot of toxic to the water and soil. So couple of years, so we cannot do it anything. It's automatically mixing, and it's compared to as a water, as a toxic water to our body. So again, we are getting a lot of issue like cancers and blood related disease and other things and all. Before we showing that this is the things, if we are not giving our e-waste to the proper recycler, what the informal sector people will do the things. It's they are simply throughout what they want and what they do not want. If they want, they will take, and if they do not want, they simply throw out on some river banks or nearby villages who cannot see or who cannot ask any question. So and manually dismantling and repairing, they do not follow any rules and regulation. So it's again and again we cannot recycle anything. So this is the final disposal and site or landfills. So they could not even handle properly. That's the issue right now we are facing. What are the exposure if you are not following the things? See the pictures, you can learn lot of things. Look at the year and look at the people, what they will do just simply burning. They don't know what's going on after the burning the e-waste. So a lot of injuries and high level of mixtures chemical contain the materials. So once we are doing the burning process, the carbon dioxide and other unwanted airs will automatically leaching with our air solution. So it's again and again it's showing lot of issue. And I would like to share one more thing is in India, Agra is the Agra in one of the cities in the north side of places. The lot of e-waste. It's a e-waste market, and our WHO. So as per the WHO announcement, some testing team is going and take some sample of informal sector laborers, urines and their breath. So it's a lot of blood pressure and unwanted the copper, zinc and other materials highly contaminated with their blood and their urine. So it's again and again the issue will going out, which means it will affect ourselves and our environmental only. So we need to stop that kind of things. That's what we are trying to put all the stress word. So once we are going the right track, it will going one by one. The percentage of level it will going to reduce. It will help our environmental and our future future people also. That's what we are trying to say everyone and doing the awareness program. Sorry guys, I don't have a proper video, so I just took one screenshot for that. So this is things that the upper level, it's a copper cable. And after doing some processing, look at that water colors and that level of thickness. They simply through the landing. So what will happen next? I do not want to explain again and again. You people knowing about it, what will happen next once you getting this all point. So what are the solution we can try to take? You can reduce the electronic waste, but nowadays we could not even stand out how I can reduce how I can reduce the electronics and other things. Yes, we must using the electronics, but we can must reduce the electronics in the way of reuse. And it's a very path we can reuse the electronics wastage. You can design at your home and you can make something other things. So a lot of ways is that to reuse the e-waste. So once you cannot do it anything that material again, it will going to recycle it. This is the main topic. You just give it your e-waste to proper recycler. That's what I would like to say everyone. And chairman sir, share one simple words. The lady, being the lady, how she lost their data and other things. And here I would like to say everyone has same questions. If I'm going to give my personal electronic waste to someone recycler, they are also using the same scenario, what is the procedure? See here, we would like to share in Ramki Enviro Engineers as following the intellectual property. Many of them knowing very well about the intellectual property. If one company following the intellectual property, their promises the datas and the marketing structure. So I do not want to explain all that into one meeting. Once if you are signing the intellectual property, we aware of your datas. We indirectly promising you that we could not even share your data to anyone. If it's leakage, we are the responsibility for that data. So you can legally handle that also. So this is the concept. Please give it your e-waste into some proper recycler who has signing the intellectual property. So that's the right scenario. So once you give it your personal e-waste to some recycler, you please check with them intellectual property and ask the question. I hope someone asked the question. Miss, yeah, Mr. Karthik asked the question, motor is a e-waste. Yes, Mr. Karthik, a motor is a part of e-waste because inside of lot of that copper winding is there. So one thing we want to know, the component which are belongs to electrical and electronics contempt will there, you can take it as motor as a e-waste, not even motor. So once the component will use electrical and electronics methodology, so we can take it as an e-waste only. And recovered. So however, the yeah, how we can do it recover? It's a precious metal recovery unit. We Ramki using as a special recovery unit in Hyderabad. That's our mother plant. What we will do it as as Karthik says. So Mr. Ramesh Jayaraman asked one question: how can individual household their electronic waste like a old mobile, old voltage stabilizer, damaged vacuum cleaner, etc.? I hope he asked like how the individual household dispose their electronic waste. I hope that's like things. Thank you, Mr. Ramesh. It's a right valuable question for everyone. So everyone has the same issue. Some individual cannot dispose their electronic waste. So that's things we that's our next scenario that we set up one common place for some of the links. Using some links, and we arrange one common place, and using our individual who has some individual wastage like a personal mobile or a voltage stabilizer and a damaged refrigerator or TVs, whatever it is, please put that into one place, common place like that, and we plan to arrange some e-waste bin into some places. So that's our next scenario. So we will do it that way. So that's the things we would like to say the next things. Thank you for asking, Mr. Ramesh Jayaraman.
Mr. Raghu,
Yeah.
you're done with your presentation?
No, I have one more question need
Question.
to again
Yeah, okay.
ask some Mr. Dilip Chatwal. Did you stop issuing certificate of attendance? I don't know exactly that. I would like to share one more things to him after the things I will give him. Sundra Pandian Nagarajan. Yes, in e-waste rules schedule 2 exemption is that if CFL type lamps not on e-waste, please explain. No, actually CFL is a type of e-waste. In e-waste, actually two category One is the reusable and recyclable, and another one is the hazardous wastage. CFL is a part of hazardous wastage. We can do it at some disposal methodology, landfilling, and powder processing, and some other things we will doing. So that we can do it. What is, and I hope I asked Sundara Pandian Nagarajan and Mr. Rao. What is maximum during of storage of e-waste before disposing to authorized e-waste disposer? It's up to yourself, Mr. Roy. It's so some of them they do not have a proper storage in it. So what they have just literally 50 kgs or 20 kgs only. So Mr. Roy, you can directly contact the recycler and ask them what is the procedure of disposal methodology and the availability of transportation. So based on that, they will clear you the proper way. And Ramesh, yeah, sure. Dr. Resmaji, sir, how can we dispose of small batteries? Dr. Resmi, yes, we can. So we will do it on our way. So using the form 6 and using our the safe destruction certificate, so we can dispose your small batteries. Once we done the things, you just share the location and the places, so we will directly take over the e-waste for. Yeah, two people raise the hand. Dilip Chotwal. Yeah, Mr. Dilip, please speak.
Hello.
Yeah, Mr.
Good
Dilip.
morning, sir.
Yeah,
Good morning, sir.
Very good. Yeah, good morning.
My question to you is this: why do we have the blame philosophy? We make the policy, government of India make the policy, but policies are not based on the evidence base. Implementation part is always failure in all the cases. In water management, this act is introduced in 1974. Even the many webinars I have attended, the people say that only 60% the water from the domestic waste is untreated, disposed of either in the river or in the land. So why not the government of India think before making the policy? The policy should be made on the evidence based only.
Yeah, your question is very valuable, and we must answer this. Actually, 1974, the government of India make one policy, and but the people or recycler do not following. That's your question. 60% of that contaminated water mixed with the river and unwanted things. And I hope we started these things 1994. So if you want to see, and I hope you are the environmentalist, so if you want to see the all the places, you always a pleasure to welcome to our places, Mr. Dalip Chatwal. So what we are doing and what we are processing, that things we can show you that all the places where it's our places located, how we can that a disposal methodology, and I much do not knowing about the water treatment like that way. But anyway, our places and our the disposal operation, and that figure out everything we openly showing to all the people who want to see, and who how we can do it our operation. So you always welcome and see the things.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mr. Raghu, we can take the questions at the end so that if you finish
yeah,
the presentation,
okay,
we can say again.
okay, fine. And regulations from government of India. So what are the regulation they are doing? Actually, 2008, the first hazardous waste management rules they are generated and published, and then it's regulated again and again 2016, and it's going well, and now it's 2018, and so these are the e-waste amendment rules nowadays it's going out, and so everyone
God
can.
bless.
Yeah, please.
यार यही करने आया तू, ये करने आया तू, क्यों टाइम वेस्ट कर रहा है?
Mr. Dilip Jatwal, please mute your.
Yeah, it's been muted. You can continue.
Yeah, thank you. And highlight of e-waste rules. What are the e-waste rules we should follow? This is the form 6. The initially we should follow the things. Once we are disposal your e-waste during the e-waste pickup, we will generate one form 6 to the producer or manufacturer or bulk consumer, whoever doing the generation of e-waste. We will submit the form 6, and after the 7 working days or after you disposing safely, we generate one safe distraction certificate in the signature of our authorized person. So what are the quantity you gave we have mentioned, and which date we collected from your end, so also we have properly mentioned into our certificate, and that could be generated to you. And these are the e-waste rules. And before we are jump into that, how you contribute to the environmental. So initially you knowing about your e-waste, most of them knowing about their e-waste, and how we are going to disposal, that's the second biggest challenges for that. And now previously we are coming to this place and someone asked the question, the individual people how they will do it. Yes, that's our next plan. We arrange all the setup into some common places, and individual person can use that bin and doing their gadget to that places, and we will come and collect and do it some well awareness program for that areas. That's things. This is about our Ramki engineers, how we are doing the different sectors. Industrial waste, municipal solid waste, biomedical, recycling, and waste to energy project. We are doing water treatment and everything. We are at one team can handle all the related environmental related issue. So, what does what role does Ramki play in managing the e-waste? So this is the things. First, we collect the e-waste from individual team. As I told, we are following the intellectual property rules and regulation. Based on the intellectual property rules and regulation, we safely erase your data so without leaking anything. So once we deleting all your safe manners, and we are try to we use that electronics components inside pods and outside pods and everything. Once we are doing that, if we cannot doing anything, and we are try to recycling all the things. Once we are recycling, we can take it to plastic as a plastic raw material. We can convert it as a plastic as raw material, and take it as copper and aluminum, silver, gold, and high precious metal recovery also we are doing. So once we are doing the recover, some of the little bit of some ashes and some little bit things will come. So what we will do without connect to the land or without connecting to the river banks or environmentally, we safely landfill. We have overall 18,000 square feet landfilling places in Hyderabad as the hardware factory. It's not like it's some rules and regulation we are following that strictly we followed by the government norms. So some of the setup we are putting at our hardware places, it's not nearby the home or nearby the any farmer land. It's not nearby any the river banks. So we follow the some of the things. So it's not simple things to handle the landfill. So we are doing successfully. some couple of 2 decades of years. This is our pollution control plant. So we are right now joint venture with some ARM US company called Abington Weldon Metals. So we are doing very well to doing the, so some couple of months will take to uh, come out to successfully running this plant. So this is the conclusion point. So Bijoy, now, so we would like to know our e-waste, about our e-waste and how we want to disposal to safely. So we need to aware of our environmental, so that only we can reduce the e-waste. Otherwise, we could not even to do anything. So thank you guys. If you are ready to discard your e-waste, please contact me. I put my name and my mail ID, even the phone numbers also. So if you need any doubt, if you have any queries, please directly ask me or mail me. I will always ready to open to answer your queries. So any question and answer, please.